Welcome back, everyone. Today we are taking a look at Pancake Swap coin on different time frames. So straight to the point, as many of you know, we've been monitoring this coin for a very long time, and this is one of the sleeper builds that we want to see to reach all-time highs, which is basically near $40, I think. And currently we are trading still below $5, which is like a golden pocket zone for us to easily 10x the portfolio. But on a short term scale, we expect to see some kind of downward movement now. Let's go to daily time frame. So after basically April, we had this pretty huge pressure from sellers. You can see here first candle and second candle. Now this marks as some kind of resistance zone, which most likely will reach anytime soon, but it depends if we break current last daily high. So we had this nice dump, some kind of sideways movement. Now we tried to fill the unbalanced zone, but we didn't fill it fully and went straight to the lower zones. Now price has been recovering ever since, reaching like dollar and a half, dollar and a two. And now with breakout from 200 EMA and these two candles or even three candles, you can see we have had a really good upward movement, which is good, but there is one bad thing about them, which is those zones here. So this place, and this place. Now, what we mean by this is basically we don't see any kind of wick on the lower zones, which means that we have huge unbalance if we break any of those zones. So on a smaller time frame, we expect to see some kind of movement either from here. So let's take the path. Where are you? So two possible scenarios here. Either we see a straight on movement to fill this imbalance zone, the first one and the second one as well, resulting in a nice maybe 30% of market price movement. Yep. So the first imbalance zone, just to get everything straight here, is this zone here, and second one is this huge gap here as well. Now, if we see any kind of weakness on current daily candle, there is a high possibility of filling this first zone, which means movement to $2.6. And if we see any break from, let's go later on lower time frames and I will show you. So the first scenario is if we break from current market price and move straight to lower zones. Now, second scenario is if we break this last candle's high here. So let's put it into this can and this one. So if we break this zone here, then we are going to see a fill to the upper zones, meaning this zone here, some kind of movement, and then we're going to wait for market structure break, which is basically this zone, the last high, daily high, and then a steep movement again to fill those imbalance zones. Now, if we don't fill these imbalance zones, there is a high probability that one time in the future we will come back to those zones. And considering the fact that we are currently pretty close to actual bull run, it won't be logical to just shoot from here and then later on during the bull run to come and reclaim those zones. So let's remove this once and go on a 4 hour time frame now. On 4 hour time frame, I don't remember if we mentioned already or not, we have a huge CMA gap here. So this gap here, which is also in the imbalance zone. Now, although we had a nice push and few breakout structures as well. So first breakout structure, let's put it in the blue ones. First one, second one, and now we possibly are going to form a market structure break on smaller time frames if we manage again on a daily time frame to close the candle in the red. So we are going to wait for daily candle to close, and as soon as we close and we see a price to break the zone and secure a zone below this, then we're going to look for a possible downward movement. Now, a setup should be something like this, that once we break here, of course, we go for a short, and stop loss should be closer to this zone, because once we break this zone, then we go for a liquidity grab near those zones, which would be just additional loss for us. So overall, I think it's pretty good setup. on Pancake Swap coin. And once again, we are pretty bullish on this coin on daily, weekly, monthly time frame because we are like 10x away from the all-time highs. And Pancake Swap is still widely used on it for any traders. People still buy some meme coins on Pancake Swap coin and so on. So this is the setup we see on the Pancake Swap coin. And overall, I think we should just wait out on the 4 hour time frame. Sorry, on a daily time frame candles to form. Once we get the confirmation, we are going to a potential short position here. Now, if you want to rush and you don't want to wait and monitor the markets, then you can just try to DKA with smaller positions in this red zone. And if we see a breakout from this like resistance zone, which is also some kind of imbalance zone here, then we are going to see a possible movement to the upper zones if we break this zone. But overall, we want to retest the EMAs. Again, too far away. RSI is overbought, some imbalance zones, and we see some dominance as well from the sellers as well. So that's it for the Pancake Swap coin. Let's see what we will end up with on the next week. See you.